Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in a valley between towering mountains, there lived a humble shepherd named Elias. He spent his days guiding his flock of sheep across the green meadows, watching over them as they grazed on the sweet grass. Elias was content with his simple life, finding peace in the rhythm of nature. One evening, as the sun began to dip behind the mountains, Elias noticed something unusual. The sky had darkened, and a fierce wind began to stir. The air grew heavy with an impending storm. His sheep, sensing the change in the weather, started to scatter in different directions, bleating in fear. Elias knew that if he didn't act quickly, the storm could be disastrous for his flock. With steady hands, he called out to the sheep, urging them to follow him back to the safety of the valley. But the wind howled louder, and the rain began to fall in sheets. As Elias led the sheep toward the shelter of a nearby cave, a flash of lightning struck the mountain peak, sending rocks tumbling down into the path. Elias didn't hesitate. He quickly guided the sheep away from the falling rocks, his heart racing, but his mind clear. Through the storm's fury, Elias saw the safety of the cave just ahead. With the last of the flock safely inside, Elias took a deep breath and looked out at the raging storm. As the storm raged on outside, Elias sat beside his sheep, comforting them with gentle words and soft hums. Hours passed, and the storm finally began to ease. The wind calmed, the rain turned to a light drizzle, and the sky started to clear. When morning broke, Elias emerged from the cave with his sheep following closely behind. The fields were wet, but the sun was shining again, and the valley was peaceful once more. Elias looked up at the mountains, his heart filled with gratitude. Though the storm had been fierce, Elias had weathered it with courage and care for his flock. He knew that, just as he had guided them through the storm, he would always protect them, no matter what challenges lay ahead. And with that, Elias and his sheep returned to the fields, their bond stronger than ever.